Hello, good afternoon, students. This is Anish, your English teacher, and today I am here to teach you the second poem from our book Flamingo. Yesterday we studied the first poem from the book, that was My Mother at 66, and today I'm here to teach you the second poem from our book Flamingo, that is an elementary school classroom in a slum. So the writer is Stephen Spender, as you can see on the screen. And those who have got the book, you can also take out the book with me, and I hope you would like the poem very much. So dear students, from the title of the poem itself, you can understand that this poem is about an elementary school classroom in a slum area. And I hope all of you know what is a slum. You might have all seen or heard or imagined a slum in the movies or the books or the picture. All of you might have seen, you have an idea of a slum area. So the poem describes about the children, those who are studying there. It is describing the pathetic condition and situation of these children in that school. So the poet of this poem is Stephen Spender. He is a renowned English poet and essayist, and some of his famous books are Poems of Dedication, The Creative Element, World Within World, etc. Social injustice, class inequalities, empathy for the downtrodden are the major themes of his writings. So here you can see on the screen, I have put it for you, a picture of a classroom. The children are sitting there, and this is the picture of a slum. So now let us go to the first stanza of the poem. So in the first stanza of the poem, the poet says that far, far from gusty waves these children faces. He speaks about the children, those who are sitting there, those who are studying there in the slum area, and he says that the people, the children, those who are sitting there, their faces are very dull. Why the faces are very dull? Because these children are far away from the prosperity of the world, from the fresh air. You can imagine the slum area, what kind of area it is. So therefore he has written. Further he says that like rootless weeds the hair torn around their pallor. So you can see on the picture also, a girl is standing and they don't have even that much money to get a haircut. So the poet says that these children are like rootless weeds. We remove the weeds, means unwanted plants, from the field in order to help the other crops to grow properly. So same way he is making a taunt, you can say, and he is saying that these children are like rootless weeds, unwanted plants, nobody cares for them. There is a tall girl with her weighed down head. So in the classroom there are variety of children from slum area. There is a tall girl. She is putting her head down because of worries, because of tension, because of the pathetic situation and condition of the family, of the surrounding. Then he also speaks further about a boy who is sitting there, and he is a paper simming boy. He is comparing the boy with a paper. He is very thin and he looks like a rat. as a rat looks here and there in search of food when somebody is coming. So same way there was a boy and he had a rat like eyes, and he was reciting the gnal disease of his forefather. So even the forefathers, the parents of these children, were living in the slum, and as legacy, the slum children, they were carrying the disease from the father and forefathers. Further, the poet says that at back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young boy, his eyes live in a dream of squirrels game in the tree room other than this. So there is also another boy at the back of the classroom, and it is a dim because there is no proper light facility, there is no sunlight, there is not even proper electricity, no ventilation. So therefore it is a dim classroom, and there is a boy sitting. He is a sweet boy, innocent boy, even though no one has noticed him, but this boy is busy looking out of the window. Instead of paying attention to his learning, he wants to go and play the game like a squirrel. He wants to have freedom like squirrel. Next, the poet says, on sour cream walls, donations, Shakespeare said, cloudless at dawn, civilized, dome riding all cities. And he says that there is classroom wall, and the color of the classroom wall is become sour cream. It has become very dirty, very shady. Why? Because of the list of the people those who have given donation. So since it was a government school, it was sponsored by some people, so all those people give the donations, their names are written on the wall. So there are picture of Shakespeare, there is a scenery of dawn, there is also picture of civilized city, big domes, big buildings. There is also a wonderful picture of Tyrolese Valley. Tyrolese Valley, it's in Austria. It's a wonderful, beautiful valley. So there is also open-handed map. Open-handed map means a world map which is filled with all the beautiful prosperity and prosperous things of the world, awarding the world its world. And yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. So further the poet says that there is a world map which is awarding the world, which is showing the world as it is, but for these children, those who are studying there, for them, the window, the classroom window, from there they look out, they watch out the game of squirrel, they watch out the garbages thrown there. This is their world, and their world is not a prosperous one. Further, he says that where all their future is painted with a fog. So these children, those who are sitting there, studying there, their future is painted with a fog. Their future is not clear. A narrow street steal in with a lead sky, and the children where they live, where they study, their houses, even the school is constructed, it is built in the area where there is no proper ventilation, proper sunlight. Only a little bit of lead sky could be seen. The places are very far away from the rivers, from the mountains, from the hills. Even the stars and moon is not visible from the place where they live. These children might have heard of these things, these objects, only in words, only in books. And the poet says that Shakespeare is wicked. He calls him evil, and he also says that the map is a bad example. The map which contains the ships and the sun. So it is a bad example because this tempts the children. It instigates the children to steal, to live a prosper life. Again, he is making a comment, he is making a satire on the people, and he says that why are you putting the world map, why are you putting the picture of Shakespeare there? Because Shakespeare represent a high class, elite class, sophisticated class. Shakespeare is well known author of English. And the ships, the sun, it also depicts the prosperity of the world. But for the children, those who are sitting here, those who are living in the slum area, this slum is their world. And he says that on their slag heap, these children wear skins peep through by bones and spectacles of steel. So these children, those who are there, their houses are on the slag heap. Slag means dirt, garbages, unwanted things. So especially in the slum area, plenty of garbages and unwanted things. Even proper sewerage is not there, drinking facility is not there. So he says that the children, those who are there, they are so much malnourished, they have lack of food, that their bones peeping out of the skin. So in a way we can say that the poet is exaggerating, but he is exaggerating in order to show the poverty, the uh, very difficult condition of these people. And he is saying that with mended glass like bottle bits on stones, the children are so poor, the people are so poverty stricken, that even the necessary glass, the spectacle which they are wearing, it is completely made of shattered glass. In fact, it has been discarded by someone. They have collected the piece of glass, pasted it, and they are wearing the spectacle. So it shows the very, very pathetic condition of the slum people, the children, those who are sitting there. And he also speaks about their time, their space. He says that their complete time, their space is filled with mist, filled with dirt. And he is angry, and he says that blot their maps with slum as big as doom. He says that you have shown only the beautiful things in the world map. He also tells the educators, the other people, to spot the map with slum. He also tells them to show the reality, so that these children, they can also identify themselves. Because however they, according to the poet, these children are never going to get rid out of this slum area. And he says that for lives that slyly turn in their cramped holes from fog to endless night. He says that the life of these people are trickily, quietly, slowly turning into a cramped holes. Into a cramped hole means a place which is confined with darkness. There is no prosperity, there is no facility. All the time they are surrounded with darkness. And further, he says that unless governor, teacher, inspector, visitor, until and unless these people come here and help them, and the map which is their window, it doesn't become their actual window, and the window of the classroom which the children consider their world, until and unless this window is not broken, these children will be confined in the slum area forever. So therefore he requests the teacher, the governor, the inspector, and all the people, and he urges them to come and help these children, those who are living in slum area. And further he says break or break open till they break the town. Come and take these people out of the slum area. Come and help them. Otherwise, now this slum area are in few parts of the city, few country, but if it is not taken care of, then it would spread everywhere. So therefore the poet requests all of us, and he says that show the children green fields and make their world run azure on gold sand. Come and take these children from here, take them to green fields, rivers, make them to live a comfortable life so that they may also live a develop a prosperous life, and let their tongues run naked into books, the white and green leaves. So the poet says that let these children read, let them have all kind of information, all kind of knowledge, let them read all varieties of subject, because he says that history is theirs whose language is the sun. Means to say, if a person is educated, if he has got knowledge, information, then he also has the power to change the society. He also has the power to change himself, his lifestyle, and also to bring a good change in mankind. So it is a wonderful poem written by Stephen Spender, and he urges all of us, he gives us a message to do something for the marginalized community. Now you can see on the screen two pictures, and what do these images make you feel? You think, reflect. So you have read the poem I have taught you. So in order to find the rhyming scheme, you must know what kind of rhyming scheme is used here. So we can say that there is no rhyming scheme. You call it a free verse poem. This poem is in free verse. Then figure of speech used here is number one, simile. So simile, yesterday also we discussed what is simile, what is metaphor. Okay, so simile is used here. Children faces are compared to a rootless weed. In the second example, the paper seeming boy. Which figure of speech is used here? Metaphor. Okay, so this is for your reference. Again, a figure of speech metaphor here used. Boy is compared with a rat eyes. So a comparison is made without using the word such as, like, so. Then the picture for you, a picture of elementary school classroom in a slum. You can see the sour cream walls. You can see the picture of Shakespeare. The children are sitting, a window. The theme, and you might have understood what is the theme of the poem. So the theme the poet Stephen Spender highlights is the condition of slum children. He has used vivid images and apt words to picture a classroom in a slum. Some more literary device used, metaphor. You have the example assonance. Assonance means repetition of vowel sounds. Example is given for you. E sound is repeated. Allusion means reference to a well-known character, person or place. So Shakespeare was referred here, and also a tireless valley. Repetition is used, far, far away from gusty waves. These are the vocabulary used in the poem. Wicked means evil, tempted means persuade, slyly, trickily, cramped means confined, slag means weak, dirt, mended means repaired. These are some more vocabs. Gusty waves means breezy winds. Pallor means pale, dull face. So these are the difficult or in fact might be new words for you. So it will help you to understand the poem in an easy way. I hope all of you have understood the poem well. If you have any doubt, you please go through the poem, go through the book